What up, database? Data7 here.
In the background.
Talk a little louder.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Alright. We're coming straight at you once again. And this show is a little overdue. I really haven't been found anything too much recently to talk about until today. I just got that other show kind of uploaded just today, but you'll be seeing this tomorrow. So, anyhow, let's get the light stuff out of the way of what I found out what's going on. Apparently, Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau are sleeping together.
Oh, lovely. We're getting some YouTube love story, huh?
Let me just tell you, with Tana's reputation and Jake Paul's reputation, that's a match made in freaking heaven. Another thing is, we have that makeup guy, James Charles. People are calling him a scammer because he's charging $500 for VIP tickets. Do I think he's scamming people? No. I've seen VIP tickets go for way more than that.
True, VIP tickets are pretty expensive.
No kidding. Speaking of James Charles, I was actually, for my job, I was actually guarding pretty much a makeup store out in West Valley. and I remember hearing over the radio, like they're radioing to the back asking if they had any James Charles like mega palettes or whatever or whatever it was left. And then they said, I've got 3 left. And when I heard that name, I recognized it almost immediately. And of course, and surprisingly, I thought, apparently there are all these different kinds of makeup, like Prestige, which I had to keep a really close eye on because those are high-end stuff. And people steal quite a bit of that because it's worth the most money. And then there's Mass, which is what James Charles and I believe Jeffree Star are. I thought they would be Prestige, but doesn't matter. No. Alright, so yeah, I've seen VIP tickets go for probably into the thousands almost. So, I mean, have you seen any go for any higher?
Well, to be honest, I don't think so. I usually don't pay attention to things like VIP tickets.
Okay. Yeah, even if it was VIP, you probably wouldn't even spend that much money to go see somebody like Noble or Joey.
Yeah.
Joey the Anime Man, if you don't know who we're talking about. I wouldn't even pay that much, That's ridiculous.
It is pretty crazy.
Because how many fans leave in disappointment after spending all that money sometimes?
Definitely a few.
Yeah. And let me just tell you, the price for those tickets, well, they've sold out already. Despite being $500 freaking dollars. It's just demand. And for those of you who think that's unfair, well, that's capitalism for you.
Whatever
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And all right, let's get into the cream filling of tonight. Here we have the wine, and we have whiny Onision once again.
And what's this about this time?
All right, I didn't show you all when he with all these lies he's done. I didn't show you that part, but okay. First off, he uploads a video of him in an adult diaper acting like a freaking baby.
I remember seeing that video.
And let me just tell you, I hate to admit it, but it got a few, at least, laughs out of me, mainly because, not because it's funny at all. It was not funny. It's mainly just because, haha, look at that stupid loser. Haha, that's stupid. You know, just laughing because it's stupid.
It is pretty stupid.
And watching Mr. Repson's reactions to it while chugging down wine was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, he's just like, with some videos, you just gotta start off drunk.
We have... Alright, first is that, which I wouldn't call it offensive. I'm just calling him being desperate and just being stupid to be trying to get attention. Or he's lost his mind. Whatever. Alright, now let's get into the main point. Apparently, Onision has been having... So recently, he had both CPS and animal control come to his door. And the thing that got animal control was his dog or whatever. He was filming his dog, and it was an old dog with, like weak hind legs, trying to get it to get up on a log so, I could film him doing it, but he wouldn't help the dog. It's just struggling to get up there because it's so old. And like, I'm not saying it's abuse, I'm not saying it's not. It's really just debatable.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of animals, man. You do.
Yeah, so then there's that. Then there was something that got CPS to come to his door.
Oh boy, how did this happen exactly?
I have no idea, but I know it did, and let's just say, oh, they found there's no evidence of being abused. He's either not physically abusive towards the kid, or he's managed to BS his way out of every situation. Since he's proven himself that manipulative, I don't know what to say. Because there's really no... I mean, the only way you can say that there's verbal abuse is that if you say it. There's not really any physical evidence, is there?
There does have to be some evidence.
Well, when it comes to being verbally abusive, you can only go off of what someone says that it's happening, not what you see. It's not like yelling at somebody leaves a bruise on their face.
True, so it would be harder to prove that kind of abuse.
Yeah, but really all you have to do is just have someone say it. And now And of course he's now, I mean, he's making things sound like he's actually quitting YouTube, which I don't think he's done, because he cannot go one day with without like uploading something on YouTube and trying to make money off of it from his dying channel.
How about to make money off of a dying channel?
He may have 1 million subscribers, but he may have multiple million subscribers on each channel, but that is dwindling, man. Like how many? Let's see now. How many, of people's old subscribers just are still subscribed but don't really watch them that much anymore?
There are quite a few people like that.
Heck,
Someone could have 1 million subscribers and only get a few thousand views.
Yeah. Heck, I probably have some non-active subscribers as well.
Probably.
So myself. But I'm just saying, if you're going to quit YouTube, quit. Go away. Leave us be, Just leave us be.
But yet, some people just can't quit.
Nope, he can't. It's mainly because that's his only source of income.
Get a job then.
That's what I say, but he doesn't want to do that because he thinks he's above everyone else, including the law. And then he goes off once again. While it turns out the amount of damage he did to that wetlands wasn't as much money as people thought at first, he still denies that he destroyed wetlands property, and he's still trying to play off like he's done nothing wrong. Seriously, almost every single word out of that guy's mouth is a lie in that video.
Just trying to get attention.
Yep, and not to mention he's saying I can't do this anymore, can't do this anymore. Well, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. See where it gets you. I'm not saying you should continue making it, because honestly, this platform would be better off without you. Still, YouTube terminated, I think, at least 2 or maybe all of his channels one time, but for some reason they're back up. Why?
No idea.
It's clear YouTube doesn't want much to do with this guy anyway. So why? And also, Onision, if you're listening, and I'm pretty sure you will be, so my advice to you is cut the crap and just give up now. Seriously, it's literally at the point where we can basically say the devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. But it seems like we still got a lot to go before this guy's defeated.
Seems like it.
So, and also fair warning on Onision, if you make a video about me and say one thing that is false, I don't care. I'll strike down the video. And this is a warning right now. So if people try to come after me for this, because I the one who struck down a video, you'll see why. I'm warning you right now to not mention me in your videos. Don't talk about me. Don't do it. And I'm take this message into consideration because I'm having I have a zero tolerance for slander, and you've already have known to slander people, so one video that's slander, it's going. I don't care what I have to do. Have your remaining fan base of mostly teenage girls come after me. I don't care.
Yeah, why would be totally afraid of teenage girls? Ooh, so scary.
And the only reason I'm not scared is because I've had to deal with at least a couple of these type of girls back in school who are just hostile or at least rude to me for no reason. I'm pretty sure we've all had to deal with that. It may not even be a girl, it could be somebody else. So seriously, this is a warning right now that if you make a video about me saying anything false in any way, I will strike it down. And trust me, it's really not going to be hard after that, because you'll just keep making videos complaining and just saying more slanderous things. And then I'll have your channel exterminated before a week is over. So anyway, final time. I'm saying this one last time. If you make a video about me that is slanderous in any shape or form, I will report it. I will strike the video down, even if I have to do it multiple times. So take that as your warning and leave me the freak alone. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get on to a more recent topic.
Yeah, you were definitely just in that one part of it. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm trying to nail that into his skull. All right, now we get on what I like to call Deadbeat Duggie West. If you don't know who Dougie or Doug West is like Angry Grandpa's son's girlfriend's father. It's Bridget West's father. And it turns out, I mean, this has been going on for a while, but apparently it's just reached its boiling point right now. So apparently Doug, for at least a while, has been making accusations that he can't prove, and he thinks Michael Bridget can't prove that he's lying, among other things, with lies and all that. And apparently he is just being just nothing but a cruel, just terrible father and a terrible person. So let's just get down to the meat of this. Recently, all right, so let's get to the thing when Bridget was announcing she was pregnant.
Okay.
So she texts her dad saying, "I'm pregnant." Like, she wanted him to meet up, but he couldn't make it. But when she said that he is pregnant, he didn't even say congratulations. his response was extremely uncaring. It was basically just like, "Oh, I can't. I'll see you some other time. I can't do this right now. I'm in a friend's house in wherever it was." So basically, when they made that video telling the family that they were pregnant, they basically had to stage Doug's reaction, and even then, it still sucked. It was still uncaring. And now he's been basically demanding money from them, for various reasons. He's being verbally abusive to Bridget and Michael. He's calling Bridget's mom basically a prostitute and a bunch of other names. And here is the meat of this whole thing. And now here's something that really set Michael off, myself included. So there was like a final thing where it's basically just telling him, like to F off. And he says, "Don't come darkening my doorstep when you lose the baby." And I've heard in some of his live streams he's wished a miscarriage on his daughter. So what do you got to say about this man?
Overall, like, I just sound like, oh, okay, I probably shouldn't swear. I shouldn't. But yeah, he's a pretty bad person.
Yeah, but not to mention it turns out he's been doing this for a long time. He's always been a liar. And apparently there was one point he went on a racist tirade. What he did was bad enough, but it's when he did it that makes it a whole lot worse.
And when did he do it exactly?
Alright, so what was the racist tirade about? He was blaming Obama, like other people blame politicians and other people, mainly because apparently allegedly he passed like a sleep apnea law that makes him not be able to be a truck driver anymore, which that's only alleged. I can't prove it. And apparently he went on this tirade when basically Angry Grandpa was on his deathbed, just gasping for air.
Oh, lovely. So he's dying and all that, but he's just like...
not even caring about his quote-unquote friend who is going to die.
That's messed up, yo. That's a bit messed up.
Yep. I mean, I don't know what he said in this tirade, but apparently it was. I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe called Obama the N-word. I have no idea what he said. Michael didn't specify, and I don't even think he needed to. And you want to know what he said? Said straight out. Said apparently this is what he said shortly after Angry Grandpa died. He wanted them to make him the new Angry Grandpa.
Okay then.
And this is only like 1 or 2 days after his death. Mind you. And Michael, and of course, that's reason to be furious because you cannot replace somebody who was the person who made it and was loved by a lot of people. You, Doug, my friend, are just garbage. I mean, you're just freaking garbage. I mean, alright. And do you want to know what makes this whole situation even worse?
And what's
is that when it comes to backlash on his own channel, he's pretty much going, at the moment, at least, pretty much virtually unscathed. Why is this? I think it may have something to do with Michael having the whole situation on Storyfire instead of his channel, because apparently there have been some server issues or whatnot, and not as many people are seeing it as they should. I mean, I checked, and pretty much all Doug does is just live stream and talk to people. I mean, he's lost, I don't know how many. I mean, he lost quite a few subscribers, but I mean, I don't wish that when people know the truth, they go attack him, because that does nothing but help them. But the thing is, I'm surprised it's not happening, because I know no one can really prevent it from happening. But he's going through this unscathed, which I'm very surprised by. People are still saying, "Oh, Doug, you're such a great person. Here's a $50 donation. Here's another $50 donation."
Fan bases, am I right?
Yeah. And a lot of and it's clear that at least some of the new subscribers are people who don't like Michael. So, but eventually they're just going to screw him over, like they screw over everyone else. Seriously, Doug, you freaking scumbag. Who do you think you are? To treat your own daughter like crap. To wish a miscarriage on your grandchild. It's really no wonder. Apparently he wasn't in Bridget's life for a long time, for a reason, and now it's not hard to see why. Seriously, how many people have to screw Mike over?
I have no idea.
Because seriously, we got, well, I'm just naming some of the most prime examples. We got, first it was that crazy neighbor Tina, but they've patched things up with her. Then it was Charlie, you know, Mike's brother and the eldest son. Apparently he's back on YouTube, and I checked out some of his new channels, and he's actually doing well for himself. I'm not saying that I think he's turning his life around, because he still has yet to prove that, or he won't be able to prove it. And to be on, so I will admit, when after the whole ordeal with Charlie went down, he lost quite a few. He had 100,000, but then he got to the point where like I think 70,000 remained, and then it started climbing back up again, and then people were just turned on Mike, which is where Charlie got those subscribers from, and it's like that whole ordeal that happened when he punched Bridget and trashed the pool house and all this other stuff, gave drugs and alcohol to a kid, is now being completely forgotten about. That's pretty serious stuff. if you give drugs and alcohol to a kid, you can go to jail for that.
Yeah, okay. Definitely don't give that crap to kids. Seriously, don't.
I'm surprised they didn't call the cops on them. I understand all they did was just kick him out, but I can understand if it's your own flesh and blood, and you don't want to do things. I've known some people who are kind of that dilemma, like their kids are just either bad or they're junkies or whatever, but they don't want to call the cops on them because like they're their kids, and it's hard to do that. But then there's a point where you got to say it's time. If
Yeah,
if I don't do something, if I don't do something, they're gonna end up either dying or a drug overdose, or they're gonna get killed by some other bad person. So now, when it comes to this Doug situation, I'll explain why this is personally though it's not so much personally to me, it's personally offensive to me. It's because I have met people, I have I have friends whose dads are also total deadbeats that don't want to be in their lives.
don't we all have at least one friend like that?
Family members and all that. Like some family members. Like I have a cousin who he hasn't seen his dad in person in probably over a decade.
Dang, 10 whole years.
Not to mention that guy was just a horrid, just a despicable wife beater anyway. But it's clear he doesn't care. Here, same as Doug. He does not care. And he's not going to change for anyone or anybody. Unfortunately, he can't just say he's sorry anymore.
Yeah, he can at this point with how messed up he's been.
He cannot say he's sorry. He has to show that he's sorry. And he can't just do like a special thing for them and expect to think that they're sorry. No. I don't know what he's going to have to do to show that he's actually sorry, and then he's going to stop, but it's definitely going to be something very complicated and very on a more emotional side, and actually see that you're in the wrong, and that what can you do to change it, even if that means staying away from Mike and Bridget for who knows how many years. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry that there are people whose parents, not even just dads, like their moms or parents in general, are just complete deadbeats who are just uncaring, and just really are just should, should be ashamed of themselves. So, I'm gonna end the show soon. So, do you have any closing statements that you want to make?
Closing statements. Well, don't be a jerk. Just don't.
All right. So, that'll conclude this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye, everybody.